came to me, यार आप तो सिर्फ business studies करते कुछ cultural करते हैं, तो मैं बोली यार ये तो serious entrepreneur है. So then we thought, let's associate with somebody because I can't take so much in my head. So let's associate with. We can move on to the panel discussion that I spoke about, that is live. So let me take this opportunity to invite on stage our actress and Miss India international celebrity anchor as well. Definitely aspiring for me to look forward to. Honorable jury members and panel speakers, Miss Nandita Puri, writer, journalist and columnist, chairperson of Om Puri Foundation. International celebrity fashion designer Miss Archana Kochar, Namrata Thakkar, business evangelist, founder of Entrepreneur Excel, Ritu Joshi Patel, TEDx speaker, child psychologist, parenting counselor, founder, director, Ryan's Academy Private Limited and Larger, and also the recipient of Youngest Entrepreneur Award. And finally, we have sales guru, Dr. Anil Kumar Garg, and who is an empowering leader and international motivational speaker.
Of course, we have the rock star here. Let's give it up for the musical lady in the house, Merlin!
Merlin D'Souza, can I please have you on stage as well, please? Woo-hoo.
Simran, announce going live. BNB News.
BNB.
B for Bombay, N for Nagpur, B for Bandra. BNB News.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much at first. Feeling absolutely delighted and overwhelmed to be here. So I want you all to, of course, we are absolutely active on the digital world and we're going live on BNB News. So B for Bombay, N for Nagpur, and B for Best. BNB News. Please share it with all your loved ones and do share it on your social media platforms as well. Absolutely delighted to be here. Truly thrilled to welcome all our esteemed dignitaries. They all have created a mark for themselves. And of course, wow, life ke baare mein jana chahiye. Yeah, life has taken absolutely a different turn altogether. How, when, which. Let's know from our dignitaries and truly improvise our lives. If till now we are still stuck and we're looking forward to the answers, then I'm sure you'll get all the answers from all of them. So I'm going to request each and every one of you to kindly put your hands together for all my esteemed dignitaries to be here with us. And thank you to that lovely lady. She's lost so much weight, Chetali. And yeah, so, you know, we all have lost something, but Chetali has lost weight for the good. Namrata has lost weight for the good.
Yes,
so they're looking like, yeah, not the younger sisters, but like their daughters, you know. So congratulations to all of you. And for all those who are looking forward to, please go ahead and lose something positive because that's what life is all about and it's taught us. So let's get started. Sabse pehle main aap sabse nice things, but what is that one person that should make you be and become a beautiful person? That one thing you like to say to everyone and share it with all of them.
Yes, there's lots of lessons we learned at first. I learned that I have cooking skills in the kitchen, which earlier my husband was a great cook, but I couldn't even boil rice. But I realized during the lockdown that apart, actually what I learned, the Om Puri Foundation, which I started in 2017 to take forward the legacy and philosophy of my husband, and which was basically for deserving students of theatre, film, went beyond that during the pandemic. We did not look at theatre students, film actors, and things like that. We went to help people as they needed, the daily workers, the daily wagers, like the dabbawalas, the farmers, the weavers, the people affected by natural calamities like the Amphan cyclone in the Sundarbans. So I think that's when we realized that we were very happy. We were the lucky few to be with our family intact, not having to worry about child in somewhere abroad or a relative ill in some other city. We had everyone together. We had food on our table. We had health to continue to do our daily chores, enjoy television, and enjoy whatever. So we had to think of people who were not so privileged, and that's the thing we realized that anything can hit you. You're there today and gone tomorrow. So what are you going to do with everything? So there is enough in the world, as Gandhi said, for everyone's need. If each one serve one. That's what I learned in the pandemic.
Oh, this is absolutely beautiful and very, very touching. And मैं जरूर कहना चाहूँगी आप सबसे, she's been an inspiration throughout. The जब भी हम virtual shows रखते थे, and Chetali was the one to also have her virtual event. And I must tell you that everything we learned empowered each one of us. So even when I used to moderate the session, I used to tell them, यार tell me अंदर की खबर. There is one thing that you talk virtually to the world outside, but I want to know, the insight. But tell me, how happy are you? Are you happy during the pandemic? Are we tense? Are we stressed? Yeah, we're not printing money. And this was my question to all of them, and one of them is the lovely lady from Entrepreneur Excel, who rules the world with the Entrepreneur Excel, Namrata Thakkar. And Namrata did mention this to me, पैसा आए नहीं आए, finance आए नहीं आए, तू अपने contacts बना. And this is exactly what she recommends everyone. Today she's a shining star. Namrata, tell me, how did you empower others? You were there. एक तो खुद इतना weight lose किया, बेटी की शादी भी करवाई pandemic, काम किया उसने. And of course, more than that, I think this has been a phenomenal for you. Please make our year also phenomenal and give us some nice tips and tell us your lesson for the pandemic.
Yes. Good evening, friends, girls and boys sitting here. So my biggest Simran has always been motivating. So everything changed. In the crisis, we get to know true character of a person. That's what I realized. So I have a community of 70,000 entrepreneurs, like world's biggest entrepreneur community, and I have 44 core team members. And I saw the true characters of everyone in crisis so closely, and it was so much fun, trust me. Like, I had to give them time. Some people were not answering calls. Some wanted me to talk to them 3 times a day. So I managed that slowly and did a lot of self-work. Like, gyms were closed. I was getting suffocated at home. So I started going to Juhu Beach, and every morning 6 to 7, we are now 300 people dancing and working out every morning at Juhu Beach to give positive. And Simran has been kind enough. Every Sunday we celebrate festivals. So she comes and empowers those entrepreneurs to come early in the morning on the beach because we can't go to the gym. That is one aspect. All the businesses have reinvented themselves, and we all have seen, we have done a lot of cutting costs, and the hotel which existed at that place, now there is some new villa come up there, or you're seeing all the saloons close up. We all have seen a lot of changes in shutdown. But lots of people have shined and empowered. The people had 3 mindsets, which I always say. There were people with fear mindset, पूरा दिन news देखते रहते थे, खुद भी डरते थे, दूसरों को भी डराते थे. अरे मास्क नहीं पहना, they start screaming and they start creating havoc. But what I noticed is, जो ज़्यादा डरते थे, 3 मास्क लेके जाते थे, उनको कोरोना पहले हुआ. And हम लोग जैसे लोग, as Nandita said, that we went to the slums, we fed people, we went outside, and अभी तक तो हुआ नहीं है कोरोना. Let's see आगे क्या होता है. So we were very, very fearless. Second type of people after fearless were learning mindset. They started learning new things. उनको समझ में आ गया कि ये business अभी नहीं चलने वाला है. अब मुझे नया business करना है. So they started learning new skills and they started developing the new skills. But the best entrepreneur were 10x who grew their businesses, and I've got so many such examples who changed their business and grew 10x in this. You can see Chetali is one of them. From 2,900, she reached 8,000 members.
Wow.
So isn't it one of the example that how entrepreneur with right mindset have grown 10x in their businesses? Thank you.
Yes, that's absolutely amazing. And Riddhi, I have a very important question for you. So thank you to Nandita ji, and जैसे कि नम्रता ने कहा, yes, they used to go to the slums. जब मुझे तो बहुत डर लगता था, तो मैं तो घर में थी. Let me tell you honestly. But the kind of work they've done, I can only say that it's not just applauses. वो दिल से जो काम करते हैं, it's from the soul. So I think it's absolutely commendable, everything that you give, because this was a wondrous opportunity. जिन्हें भी काम करना था, something for the society, I think this was the most wondrous opportunity. For that, of course, and for everything that they've done for the poor people, for those who really need it at that time, let's give them a round of applause. Oaktree Foundation, Anita Pavitra, Vicky ji, आपके लिए वो बहुत ही जबरदस्त question है, because the most difficult task was handling children, and you are the best at it. So please tell us child psychology. Studying, doing shows virtually, studying school, and doing everything, schooling from home. How difficult was it for parents to take all this? Find special place for the kid who ghar ka at the same time, to really make them feel that we are still a happy family. Let's get together and be binded and be together in this calamity which has come.
Lovely. Yes, it was certainly a very difficult situation for parents and children, but I would say that children were the first to adapt the situation very fast. They could do it, But what happened is, majority of the times, the anxiety was escalated from the parents' side. Let me really, frank in this, because see, when we are adults, and up till now we've been working, so either the gentleman of the house is going out, to office or somewhere, he has avenue where he can vent out, he can shout on his juniors, he can talk, he can, just share with people. But because of the COVID, nobody was going out, neither the lady of the house, neither the gentleman of the house. And what was happening is, every 24/7, everybody was with each other. So they were actually seeing the true colors of the people within the family. There have been cases of domestic violence, there have been cases of minor rapes and all, everything, and not slum areas or affluent families. So people couldn't accept the situation, people couldn't accept what was happening, and people could not accept each other or each other's flaws as well. So it was really difficult. I felt children were the first to accept it, but nonetheless, after it got escalated from the parent side, now the children's mental health is on scale. A real problem issue is there, right? We as parents need to ensure that we are there. We are there for them. We listen to them. We give a complete non-judgmental space to them. They might be, kind of too much panicking about situation, money, and as Simran rightly said, a lot of people have lost jobs as well. So it's difficult, right, to sustain in a city like Bombay. It's not easy. So children are the first to get affected now in this scenario. And we psychologists always thought that post-COVID things will really work out. Post-COVID in a sense, post-lockdown. But things are more worsening day by day. So the things which was bottled up before is now completely out, and children are not able to manage themselves. So we as parents need to completely give them a non-judgmental space to, talk, listen to them, giving a very non-judgmental space once again. So don't listen to them with your experience, your exposure, your thought process. Listen to them as the way an individual is talking to you. Very, very important to give them that respect and that status. And I'm sure this will also pass. Just be there for each other, and I'm sure things are going to work out really good. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that's a very important aspect. घर के अंदर कैसा माहौल है? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm wearing the shades because it's all about the sale. We're all here, to sell our products, to sell our services, to let the world know what we have to offer. And that is how I wore my shades. For talking to our sales guru, Dr. Anil Kumar Garu. So Anil ji, please बताइए यार, sales तो होती है when you're meeting people live. Of course, virtual भी होती है, but that got to do with a lot of digital marketing. यार हम घर बैठे बैठे कैसे sales करें? Please सभी को, इन beautiful entrepreneurs को, startups को, ladies को help कीजिए. इन लड़कियों को बताइए that how can we also learn from the sales guru by doing something, sitting at.
खुद पे, do we love ourselves? We don't love ourselves. So first you love yourself. Hug yourself every day. I love myself too much. Some people say, अरे मैं तो अकेला बहुत बोर हो जाता हूँ, अकेली में तो बहुत बोर हो जाती हूँ. My God, horrible यार. If you get bored when you're alone, it means you don't enjoy your own company. And if you don't enjoy your own company, how difficult it is for others to enjoy your company. How much boring you are for others? So you don't like yourself. So please, I like myself. Everybody, please, सब लोग अपने आप को love करो. I like myself. I love myself. So I love myself. I believe in myself. I have a lot of enthusiasm. I know my product is the best product in the world. जब हम सेल करते हैं भूल जाओ कि दुनिया में हमारा कोई कॉम्पिटिटर है. मेरा प्रोडक्ट दुनिया में सबसे बढ़िया है. आज वो मैडम ने मुझे को सुबह सुबह टोपी लगाया आते से. कैसे लगाया? क्योंकि उन्होंने बोला ये प्रोडक्ट सबसे बढ़िया है. मैंने कहा मैंने तुरंत खरीद लिया. So that is the confidence should reflect. Everything is selling. My criticism to you, yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah, it reflects. That's the aura. Yeah, you can clap. ताली तो बुलाई सकते हैं, सभी लोग बुला सकते हैं. So similarly, selling is transfer of enthusiasm. That's all.
Transfer of enthusiasm. आप सब double sales करना अभी बाहर जाकर, okay? So take all the tips.
And actually, you go to all the stalls. Yeah, all beautiful stalls are there and very good products are there. I think you must take the advantage, and they are all for noble cause. One stall is for noble cause, the B stall, you know. So I think everybody should contribute something for that. I'm a salesman, so I'm always, convincing about it. Yeah.
Okay, so the best example I'll give you all. So you're at WEE, you have the best products, and they are the best. So please go and buy them. Shop all the beautiful, beautiful ladies here. And guess what? ये जो हमारी चैताली है ना, बहुत as they always say, Chanyak and Chetali. It really resembles well. Now she has 8,000 members. She's his shishya. इनकी गुरु है, Dr. Anil Garg. So please, let's give a loud round of applause from that perspective as well. And imagine where she's reached today. And lost weight also, sir. क्या बात है? वो भी आपने ही सिखाया क्या? Okay, ठीक है. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about sales, but there is something that we naturally get attracted to. उसमें सेल की कोई बात ही नहीं होती है. जब हमारी मर्लिन गाती है तो हम सब खो जाते हैं, सारे गम भूल जाते हैं, सारी दुनिया भूल जाते हैं और हमें प्यार हो जाता है इससे. Men be careful. So Merlin, please tell us, you've healed the world through your music, and besides that, you've also done a lot of creativity and innovation, which wouldn't have happened otherwise. हम सब ने वो experience किया जो हम कभी भी शायद सोच भी नहीं सकते थे. In little way or the other, maybe. My God, let me say this. Nandita learned how to make rice. I mean, she didn't even know how to boil rice. Now that is amazing, Nandita. Seriously, and which you never imagined you would do in your life. So, Merlin, tell us, and start with a beautiful line, your beautiful voice, and I know you don't have the instruments.
Yeah, actually, thank you, Simran. When you speak, you sound like music. Okay? Thank you. Again, thank you, Simran. And when music is a passion, it's just like art. And I hope many women in the room and encourage your children or your nieces or nephews to take up arts and music, because it's possible to make a living and an earning. And during the pandemic, like Nandita cooked rice, right? Well, I tried to start something called the Piano Diaries, where every song tells a story. So I took non-professional singers. People who can just sing hatke, little bit. And we created stories out of their poetry, out of their angst, out of their, whatever they wanted to communicate. And I believe music has an ability to heal, to empower. And there are 4 elements which I've learned right now, listening to this fabulous, esteemed panel. Music has melody. The melody is the voice in your heart. You have to say it out loud, like Doctor said. Say it out loud, convincingly. Okay, that's the melody you carry. Then music has rhythm. You've got to keep the rhythm going. Listen to your heartbeat. I grew up in a 350 square feet house in Bandra with 4 children, parents, 2 hens. Music, right? I'll tell you why. Across the room, my house at the railway quarters, there was a mosque. Across there was a church. And in the morning, the azan would come. That was the melody. Then the church bells would ring. Okay? That was the harmony with the church. And in between, that was the heartbeat of humanity going forward in their everyday life. So it exists in our environment. So listen to it carefully. And there's a 4th element. And that element which amazing Shweta said. It is also silence. Music also is in the pauses. We should know when to pause and when to speak and when to shout out from the rooftops. So we matter, and
मुझे I don't sing, but I one song, Nandita ji, and but trust me, मेरा favorite song होते तेरे, okay? तो उसके बाद के lyrics we all know, प्यासा लगे अप्रसाद. So I always felt, very embarrassed telling people, but actually, until date, it's my favorite song. So whenever I went for trekking, 3 hours, I used to go from here to Karja or Kasara. 3 hours I'm listening only to the song, and I'm like mad singing. In the car, there's no one, right? It's just me and my family. And I still love this song like crazy. But I never had the guts to tell anyone that this is my favorite song. Bige hote hai. What is this? Kabhi mere saath koi raat to guzar. What the hell? But I don't know why I love this song. Anyone else in the room who likes this song? हाथ ऊपर कीजिए बिंदास. Seriously? आपने किसी को बताया it's your favorite song? नहीं बताया ना? अच्छा अभी बताना. So I'll tell you why. So and I like it. Please raise your hand बिंदास. Please press for the media and एक फोटो निकालिए जिन्हें ये गाना पसंद है. इसके पहले ज्यादा हाथ ऊपर थे अभी कम है. आप लोग शर्मा गए. Okay, so I was very lucky to become a talk show host during the pandemic. And very, very lucky to having done 650 shows virtually. So I used to sleep on the sofa, wake up UK time, US show, as per the timing. So I do this show called Celebrities in Unison for TV Asia, where we've done 102 shows with all the celebs. Sonu Sood and Esha Diol, Abhay Diol, and the likes. And we had the show with Kunal Ganjawala. So it's a talk show where I've been hosting. And I asked Kunal, my first question, I was so happy to ask him, यार ये गाना गाया कैसे तुमने? यार मुझे तो बड़ा शर्म आता है किसी को कहने में. And you won't believe it. And this is a show, okay? So it's on air. It's already gone on air. So I said, Kunal, how did he say? I was embarrassed. It was Diwali time. Anu Malik sir called him. And he said, ये गाना है, just come to the studio. He said, अरे दिवाली है और मैं बहुत थका हुआ हूँ. He said, just come to the studio immediately. हमें studio में आ जाओ, हमें record करना है. And he went there and he read the lyrics. He said, मुझे लगा मेरा career शुरू होने से पहले ही खत्म हो जाएगा. And these are Kunal Ganjawala sir's words. And he said, यार ये क्या है मतलब ये कैसा lyrics है? Then of course he got to know about the film. He said, तुझे बस गाना है. He said, मैं सोचो मैं कैसे गाऊं? रात गुजार कभी मेरे साथ. And what did he say? He's saying, I just thought at that point of time, as if it's a Sufi song, and I'm thinking this, Lord, how can I, be in love with my Lord at night? कभी मेरे साथ कोई रात गुजार, कभी सोचा नहीं है कि कभी मेरे साथ मेरे भगवान के साथ मैं कभी रात गुजार सकूंगा. तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना खुदा के साथ सारी रात गुजारूं. He's saying I had that in mind, and 20 minutes में that song was recorded, and Anu Malik sir had already told him कि इससे तो सुपरस्टार बनेगा इस song से. And he's saying यार मुझे तो लगा था मेरा करियर ही बंद हो जाएगा इस song से. And this is what happened. And my perception changed about life. So this is how he sung the song. And today I don't feel shy telling anyone about it because I know the real story. So, हम किस तरह से करते हैं, what our perception is completely different. And I think the only thing what I learned from this is just be positive about everything. The fact that that song feels very deep within the heart and soul is just because he sung it thinking that he's in love with the Lord. And he's spending the entire night, कभी पूरी रात वो प्यार कर रहा है अपने Lord से. And that is how I'm feeling. So what a phenomenal feeling. So thank you for bringing the music to our heart and souls. So आपको जो भी पसंद है, just sing for yourself. Even if your family members laugh at you kitchen में कुक करते करते, please गाइए. Just sing for yourself. It's not important to be professionally into the world of art and music. It will heal you, and you will not need anything else to rejuvenate yourself. My most important question is, आज हम awards दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे, and they have a very, very specific procedure, the Women Entrepreneurs Enclave, of truly selecting the awardees. And who better than Nandita Puriji would know this, because they scrutinize and of course take a look, do a lot of research on how the procedure goes about. So Nandita ji, please share with us what was the procedure of the selection of our awardees this time, so that we can have double the awardees next time. You put in your effort, and I'm just going to tell you my question after this also, very short. Right now we are at a time, पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है, मुंबई में, महाराष्ट्र में lockdown हो या नहीं. So my question on that is, what is that one advice you'd like to give everyone, especially to women entrepreneurs, on excelling into their career? So we'll start with the Judy question first.
So the selection procedure has been quite tough. The entries have been coming at the lower level, they have scrutinized, and then we were given the names without just talking about their venture, the work, not so much a person, so that we connected who really made that effort. It's not always you have everything at your disposal and that's easy, but not having anything and trying to excel, that is the whole idea of this. So that was a very strict, procedure, and non-partisan, non-partial. We had no idea. So we just came on the merit of the work.
Oh, brilliant. I think this needs absolutely loud and